Welcome to the Red Shoe Realty podcast. I'm Stacy Sappington. I'm the broker owner of Red Shoe Realty. Or maybe you're hearing this as a training. This is a golden nugget, you guys. And so it's too good to not share with the world. I say this all the time. I am not the expert on everything, but I will bring in the experts. And today I'm honored to be with Randy. He is definitely the expert in his field. Thank you so much for being here with me.
You bet. It's my pleasure. I'm excited to share some valuable information with everyone.
Well, before we jump in, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
My name is Randy Cochran, and I am a coach with Workman Success Systems. I also work here as a business development consultant, and we work with agents in North America, and we are a coaching and consulting company. I've been a broker myself personally for over 21 years, and I've never not had a team, and I've never not had a coach. And it's really the secret sauce to becoming successful in real estate is having that Sherpa, that mentor, that guide that can give you the right direction and really see things that you might not be able to see in your business. Sometimes as agents or team leaders or broker owners, we just can't really see the forest through the trees, you might say. And so I'm really excited today to share with everyone how to close 86 transactions in a year. And for some of you, you might be like, oh my gosh, the NAR statistic is an agent only closes 7, and I might fall below that, or I might be above that, but 86, is that even realistic? And I'm just going to share with everyone today that yes, it is. And we're going to show you how to do that. You just have to commit 1 hour per day to working this into your business.
Nice. And I can attest to that. Coaching money is the best money you will ever spend because you will never function outside of your comfort zone without someone else there to push you. So, and I'm going to give you the information for Workman Success here so you can get in touch with them. They're fantastic coaches. Super excited about this topic today because this is something that we all have access to now. And that topic is your top 50. And Randy, I'll let you take it away.
Sounds great. And every agent that we coach, and I'm just going to share my screen with everyone here so that you can see the 8651, which is our ultimate marketing handbook. And again, we're going to show you how to close 86 transactions in a year, working with the 50 people most likely to give you a referral. And you just have to commit to working this program 1 hour per day. And so when we talk about top 50, every agent that we coach should have 4 pillars of income in their business, at least as a minimum. And your top 50 should be the number 1 pillar. And the reason why is the top 50 people most likely to give you a referral are the people that really already know you, like you, and trust you. And if you really want to keep your business thriving in real estate, you have to build your business around those individuals. Now, over time, you're going to have a lot of people that are on your top 50 list go on your list and then come off your list because it's an ever-changing list and it's always evolving. And so what we're going to do is just take the next little bit of time and share with you exactly how to implement this top 50 into your business. But more importantly, we're going to give you really the biggest takeaways or the Cliff Note version of what you should be doing with your top 50. And I know, Stacy, now you've been in the business now for quite some time. And where would you say that the most of your business comes from?
Definitely referral and repeat business.
Exactly, repeat and referral business. Now, when you think about your top 50, we want you tracking all these individuals. And some of you may already have these people in your database, but we're not talking about your whole database. What we're talking about is just the 50 people. And what we're going to have everybody do, and we're going to give everybody access to this workbook. So you're going to be able to receive it via email from Stacy, or you're going to be able to send me an email, and I'll be able to send it out to you. And the reason why we want to make sure that you're receiving the workbook and connecting with you is we want to make sure that you get this set up. A lot of times, agents will receive valuable information like this, and they'll say, "Hey, this is a great idea. This is something that I never that I really want to do, but then they never implement it. And so we want to make sure that everybody that's receiving the 8651 is building their top 50 and implementing it right away. And what happens right here is your database becomes your most valuable asset. Now, for some of you, you might not even have a CRM or a database. And if you don't, the first place we're going to go is our cell phone. And then we're going to just make a list of all the people, and we can just start with the A's in your cell phone or in your database and really write down the top 50 people. And remember, these 50 people, they don't have to be people that have already done a transaction with you. They can really be, and I'm going to unshare my screen for just a second so I'm a little bit bigger here. These can just be people that would refer business to you. So they don't have to have already done a transaction with you. They just really need to know you, like you, and trust you. And as you start to build out your top 50 in your database, the first thing that you want to do is when you're making your list of 50 is just simply think about all the people that you have the best relationship with. And your list needs to be at 50. It can't be 35. It can't be 45. It can't be 60. It can't be 70. It just needs to be 50. And oftentimes we'll have maybe spouses or significant others or team leaders that say, well, if I'm a realtor and my spouse is a realtor, you're going to have your own separate top 50s. And the reason why is you all know different people. You have relationships with different people. If you're a team leader and you have 4 or 5 agents on your team, you're not only going to have your top 50 as a team leader, but each one of your team members is going to have their own top 50. So now your reach, sometimes your friends becoming your friends make the biggest difference in your business. And so every month, what you're going to do is you're going to, for the rest of your real estate career, is you're going to schedule a personal touch with everybody on your top 50 at least once a month. Now, the easiest way to do that is just schedule time in your calendar every day to reach out to 3 people. And that's it. If you're just doing that Monday through Friday, you're reaching out, and that can be, and when we say a personal touch, that can be a phone call, that can be a face-to-face meeting, that can be inviting them to a live event that you might be doing, but you have to make a personal touch, and it can be a personal note. Never underestimate the power of a personal note. And you're just simply just staying in front of people, and you're not necessarily trying to sell them something. The pandemic created a very unique opportunity for us where we were able to just reach out and check in on people and not feel salesy. It was a really good excuse to just say, hey, how you doing? Do you need anything? Can I bring you something? And what it actually did is it actually enhanced our relationships and took them to a whole nother level, because now you're not just somebody's realtor, you've now just become their trusted advisor, which is what we're really looking to do. And so you're going to make that personal touch, but then you're going to go a step further and you're going to record all the referrals that you're getting from your top 50, because now what that's going to allow you to do is you're going to be able to identify people on your top 50 list that are giving you referrals throughout the year. Because here's the thing, is at the end of 1 year that person has gone on your list, if they've not given you a referral within that 1 year period of time, they are coming off your list and somebody new is going on that will give you a referral. And you're going to have people throughout the year come on at different times. In the very beginning, it's easy if you've never done this before, because if for example, whatever month you create your top 50 list and you have all 50 go on, somebody might drop off 3 months from now because they relocate, or maybe they bought or sold a home with another realtor and you didn't become referable, or something changed. And so that's okay. But the key to success is getting the people on your list and having that consistent, meaningful communication with them monthly. And then once you've scheduled those touches for each person, you're also learning about them. So as you're learning about what they like, what they don't like, you're going to be updating that in your database. That way, once they give you a referral and you're rewarding them for a referral, it becomes personalized.
Wow.
And one of the biggest tips that I can really give somebody is when you create your top 50 and and we're not just going to get you the 8651. We're going to also get you a top 50 tracker that's going to be a spreadsheet that's going to have your top 50 list, the people that have given you referrals, and it's going to give you some tips or some suggestions on what you can be doing for client events. So you're going to have a few ideas that are out there, and as we do client events throughout the year, and I'll give you another tip here towards the end of our time together today on that. What you want to do is once you start tracking and identifying the people that are giving you the most referrals, and you're rewarding them, what happens is they continue to give you referrals. And so we had an opportunity to look at one of our private coaching clients this past year. And just by using this 8651 last year, they generated 107 referrals for their business. They closed 78 transactions from just this one pillar, and they carried over 14 referrals into this year's book of business. And the ironic thing about tracking those individuals that are using that tracker is they had one person on the referral list last year that sent them 23 referrals.
Goodness.
They were sending them almost 2 referrals a month. So think about that. Is that a raving fan for your business? And so it changed everything in that person's business. That agent, when they started working with us 5 years ago, they were working 60, 80 hours a week. They were a broker owner. They were kind of lost in their business. They'd never made more than $150,000. And last year, their revenue was over 7 figures just from this one pillar alone. And it didn't happen overnight. It takes time to nurture relationships. So as you start to add your as you start to create your top 50 and you're starting to add these individuals, one of the things that you're going to want to do is take your cell phone right here. There we go. Take your cell phone and put that person in your cell phone and also label them top 50. And the reason why is if you go to a showing and maybe your buyer's late or you're waiting for somebody or you have some free time because maybe an appointment canceled, you can start just going through your top 50 for that day and send them a quick message or giving them a phone call, or better yet, when they call or text you, you know that's like the hotline ringing in on your phone.
Right.
But it's somebody that knows you, likes you, and trusts you is reaching out to you, and you're going to take that call over all priority because they are part of your top 50. So when we talk about what does meaningful conversation mean? Well, meaningful conversations, it's that phone call, that face-to-face, it's that personal message, it's a handwritten note or card. It's engaging with them on social media, because if you're going to reach out to your top 50 before you reach out to them, hit social media, hit Facebook, hit Instagram, hit LinkedIn, look and see what's happening in their personal life. Did they just take a fun trip with the family? Is Billy playing baseball or Sally playing soccer? What's everybody really doing and going on? So you already have an idea of a conversation starter. One of the things that we talk about a lot, and I'll include this as well, that's called our 4 dialogue: family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. And if you're reaching out to your top 50, you're using that 4 dialogue, and you're just having conversations, it changes everything about your business. So you're going to get a few different takeaways from us today. Also, if maybe you're new to real estate, you don't have a big book of business yet, some of the things that you can do is you can create ways to network with people. We have one of our private coaching clients that became a top producing agent in her market in Northern Michigan. And she was doing really well in her business, running a 7-figure team there. And her husband, for his employment, received a promotion. However, that promotion ended up being a relocation to North Carolina. So she kept her business, her 7-figure book of business in Northern Michigan, moved to North Carolina, literally knew nobody in North Carolina, and within 2 years was doing 7 figures there as well.
Nice.
Now she has 2 7-figure teams. And all she did was create her top 50. And at that point, because she knew nobody in North Carolina, all she did was create a book club, started going to lunch, started networking with people at her kids' swimming lessons, and just really started adding people to her list, whether she really knew them well or not, and just started becoming friends and building quality relationships with people. And of course, most people know other realtors.
Right.
And one of the worst things that can happen is, one of your friends or family members or even somebody on your top 50 does business with somebody else. And the only reason why they typically do that is because we're not staying in contact with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on them to reach out to us. It's really on us to stay in contact with
Right.
them. And if you're, having meaningful conversations, it can be, going to the coffee shop. It can be going for, a soda. It can be something simple. It doesn't have to be, super expensive.
Right.
We just had a private coaching client. A friend of theirs owns one of those snowy shacks in a parking lot of a grocery store, and all they did is say, "Hey, everybody, on Thursday from 4 to 6, just pop by, and I'm going to buy everybody a snowy."
I
They did
love
a
it.
they did a luau theme. They had ukulele music, somebody playing with a little speaker and a microphone, and it just turned into a really fun, inexpensive event. And
Yeah.
one of the things that you have to remember is everybody likes to be invited to something, but most people really don't like to show up.
I'm the same way.
Right. So if they don't show up, that's okay. It just gives you another excuse to reach out to them and say, "Hey, I didn't see you at the event. Are you okay?
Yeah.
What's going on? Can I be of service?" So create one of your own networking groups. And then again, once you're tracking your referrals, you're using your top 50 initiatives. One of the things that you need to commit to right now is having one client event before the end of the year. We've got 2 quarters left in this year, and next year we've got all year to plan ahead, but at least have one client event. We're not asking you to overcommit. Really you should be doing one every quarter, but or for a year. But right now, just try and do one, and you can use the initiatives that are attached to that spreadsheet that we're going to provide everybody with. Also, you can go to Pinterest. Hit Pinterest up. Common term in the industry is you might hear the term. I'm going to pop by and see my client, and what do I take to them? Well, we don't like that term necessarily, just a pop by, because really there's no value in that. So what we say is meaningful moments, but meaningful moments, they don't have to be long.
Right.
You just want to have that meaningful moment with your client, and whether you're providing something that's a trinket or plant seeds or a pumpkin during the Halloween, or we have a lot of agents who do pie giveaways and Thanksgiving or around the holidays. So whatever that meaningful moment is, make it exactly that. Make it meaningful. And then the most important thing is take the information away that we're providing you with today and this valuable tool and resource, and implement it into your business right away, because it really only takes a few hours to get everybody on a spreadsheet. And that's where the most amount of time comes in, because really, if you're just committing 1 hour per day to reaching out to your top 50, and then you start tracking it, and then you start tracking the compensation that you receive from doing transactions from just this pillar of income, your excitement level will go way up, because that agent that we worked with that generated those 107 referrals in a year, because she tracked her time and the number of transactions that she did from this program, she did the math and realized that because of this program, she earned $7,000 per hour working with her top 50. So if you knew that, hey, by engaging in this activity every day for 1 hour, it could be worth $3,000, $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 per hour, how excited would you be to just make these phone calls or reach out to your clients and get face to face with them? It's just a game changer. And so what I want to do is, do you have any questions? Do you have any takeaways from the information that we've shared today, Stacey?
I do have a question for someone who doesn't have a top 50 list, but all these people. What's the criteria? What lens are we looking for to add these people to that list?
Anybody that you feel likes you, or somebody that you really like, and maybe you don't even know them that well. And what you're going to do is in the 8651 handout, there is a script. We have a script for everything. And you're going to reach out to these individuals once you've added them to your list, and you're going to let them know, I've added you to my top 50 list. And And here's what that means. And if they say to you, you know what, I don't want to be on the list, that's okay. Take them off, put somebody else on. And as I mentioned, people are going to come on the list and come off the list. So we had an agent that one of the people on their list was somebody that was at the coffee shop that they go to every morning to get their cup of coffee and an apple. And this person's name, because we had a very in-depth conversation about this individual, his name is Jerry. And one day this individual went to the coffee shop, and Jerry's always given them a couple referrals a year, but they hadn't been receiving referrals from Jerry for a while. And so they said, hey, Jerry, what's going on? You know, I haven't received a referral for a while. And he said, well, I'm actually dating somebody now, because Jerry was single. And it just so happened the person that he was dating was a realtor.
Oh.
And so that person that he was dating was now getting his referrals.
Referrals.
Yep. But you know what? Life happens. And about 6 months later, Jerry was not dating that person anymore. And that person added Jerry back to his top 50.
Nice.
So you just don't know.
Yeah. I love that. Okay. And then you gave some great ideas on if you don't know people. And I love that, because we actually have an agent on our team that is not from this area. So that's great stuff. This is really good stuff. It's simple, it makes a lot of sense. So I love that.
It is. Join a BNI group, join a master networking group, join a real estate investment club. If you don't have those in your market area, you get to start them. Just really start networking, find things that you're passionate about and things that you love. And then those people can become your clients. We have one agent that we work with that is actually a professional fly fishing guide, and they love fly fishing. Most of their clients come from fly fishing. They're coming into town, they're in a vacation market area, and if they're not moving there, they have friends and family that may be interested. They're referring people to come out for these amazing experiences. And so they're using their passion of fly fishing, which is what they really love to do all the time. And they've just connected their real estate business to that. So it's, whatever your wheelhouse is, whatever you love, do that.
I love it. I love it. This is really good stuff. Well, I so appreciate your time and being willing to share that with us. And you guys, like I said, coaching money is the best money that you will ever spend. So if you want to get in touch with Randy at Workman Success Systems, then I'll provide his information for you so you can reach out to him personally and link up with him. So
Super.
Thank you so much, Randy.
You bet. My pleasure. And we're excited to see everybody grow their top 50 and close more real estate transactions.
Yes. Cheers to that. Okay, guys, we will see you next time.